मास्टर्स या पीएचडी टॉपिक को कैसे सिलेक्ट करना है. So I have done both masters as well as a doctorate in electrical engineering. So इंडिया में इसको इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स बोलते हैं, यूएस में इलेक्ट्रिकल बोलते हैं. तो ये दोनों किया है मैंने. Now I did not pick those by myself. So when I entered the program, I didn't select at the get-go that this is what I will be researching on. The first 3 months of my program, I spent in working with an advisor. So only once I was sure that I had found an advisor that I want to research further under, that's when I committed to firstly being a master's student and then eventually as a doctorate student. After roughly about 6 months of researching with my advisor, हमें ये पता चल गया कि मेरा master's project क्या होने वाला है. And in my university we had this flexibility that either I could go for an international conference presentation plus a peer-reviewed publication or write a master's thesis. And of course, I chose the path where I could present my work at a conference and get my work published into a peer-reviewed publication. Because I think that adds more value to your resume compared to a master's thesis. And roughly about a year of entering my program, I sort of knew that what I would be exploring for a potential PhD research. So we started looking at 2-3 research areas that could be explored further. And the ones that felt a bit too simple enough, because only after you start working on it, you realize the true depth of the problem you're working on. We eliminated a couple of those and we narrowed down onto one topic that I could expand as a PhD proposal topic. So that was roughly about a year and a half of my journey, after which I presented my PhD proposal to a committee of advisors. That largely set the stage for my ultimate PhD dissertation. And now after that proposal topic was approved, my formal work as a PhD student began. So ultimately we ended up expanding the scope of my PhD research from the proposal stage. And from my observation of the students around me is that this is fairly common, because once you're proposing something at the PhD proposal stage, again you probably have a glimpse of maybe 10 to 20% of the problem space you're looking at. And once you start researching on it, whether it's experimental or theoretical, you figure out either holes in your assumption or you figure out that there are other areas that require you to spend your time on. So most people that I know, compared to what they proposed during their PhD proposal stage, their PhD dissertation covered a much farther area of work than they had anticipated. So coming back to the original question, so for my master's research topic, it was roughly about 6 months of hardcore work and determining that I have a master's research topic. For PhD research, it was roughly about a year and a half of, again, hardcore work and then deciding that, okay, this is what's going to be my proposal. So best of luck. This is a journey which will beautifully impact your life. Take care.